I have on the line financial abundance coach Linda Smith. Of course, weekly around this time of day joins us and we talk finances. Linda, welcome back to Drive Time. You're on 729K Pulpit.
Thank you, Quentin. Lovely to be back with you again today.
Absolutely. You know, whenever we chat we have interesting conversations around the issue of finances. And today we have a very, very interesting topic. Talk to us about it.
Yes, today we're going to be talking about one's relationship with money. And what's been very interesting for me over the years, running the workshops, at times I've even had people share with me how that they never even thought about the fact that there is something called a relationship with money. Very often one might just think money is something you just, use to pay your bills, you're getting through life. But it's quite an interesting view or angle to take when you consider that we are in relationship really with everything in our lives, and that includes money. That we do have a relationship with money, and money, well, it's in our lives. But what's then beyond that really, really interesting is that very often that money, or that thing called money that, is in our lives, it often feels like the money holds the power. And what I mean by that is that, when people have got money and things are going comfortably and they've got what they need for the bills and to do what they want to do, life is good and life is moving in the right direction. But when money is not there and there's a scarcity or there's just not enough to pay the bills, it really has got a very powerful and impactful and even negative then effect on one's life. And this is where, that relationship with money and where one is giving the power to money and leaving you feeling less than, well, my view on it is really it's no way to live. And it's a very personal, thing. Obviously, everybody has got their own understanding of, how they feel and how they deal with their money when they're thinking about their money. But most often, and one of the common complaints that I hear coming through, from people who are either at my workshops or, using the diary, they'll be talking about how it's just not enough. Meaning that sometimes they just feel like it's just not enough money. And with that complaint, what it literally ends up doing is perpetuating the very problem that one is trying to get away from. So that relationship with money is very powerful, and if one doesn't stop and have a look at it, it might be running in the background in a negative way and actually having you feel not as great as you really want to be feeling, and as powerful and as vibrant and energized, etc., etc. So this relationship to money is a very, very interesting conversation.
Interesting. To be honest with you, I never even knew that one needs to have a relationship with money. If you think about it, you have relationship with everything else in life. If you really
we do, and some of the things that people have identified, through the workshops, for example, one lady, said how that she can see how if she thinks about a relationship with money, she can actually own up to the fact that she is very neglectful of that relationship.
Sure.
And think about it, as in, she doesn't want to do budgeting. She doesn't want to, worry about it. She kind of puts it out of her mind. But the more she doesn't think about it or get engaged with what's really happening in the finances, the more it becomes messy. And what I'm happy to say is that now that she's started to engage with it and start budgeting and be more precise about her spending, she now feels that she has a new level of respect for money. And what's interesting, it's a two-way thing. It's an energy dynamic. And so if you neglect, we all know that if you are feeling neglected in a relationship, you're going to feel a bit upset.
True.
So it's really bringing that realization to the fore to understand, what we as individuals are bringing to our relationship when it comes to money. And, a place to really sort of open up for people is a place of gratitude. Because even when you're struggling, one has to consider, is there space for just gratitude for what you do have, even when it may not be where you want to be?
And sometimes we can become so complaining about not having enough money, and when we do have money, we give money so much power.
Exactly. And, and it's that balance, because having money and having money that might be perceived by some people as being, well, that's you want to have money so that you can do the things you want to do, whether it's for yourself or for others. And there is the part of giving back and making a positive difference for others. But it's about still owning that relationship and owning the power around money, rather than having money be running the show.
So we need to basically change our perception about money and how we see it. It all boils down to you taking control of money and not money
controlling you. And in fact, the place to even start, because as you said, one wants to maybe change your sort of perception or your relationship, but the place to actually start is to get clear about where you are right now. And for some people, they may have to say, "Oh yes, I don't even think about it. I get change at the shops. I just stuff the money in my wallet, and then it's gone." Or they draw money from the ATM, and the next moment they look, it's gone. Those would be the things to start to identify. Like, where are you right now in your relationship with money? Because it's getting clear about where you are right now that can have you then identify what you might want to change. And it's both a mindset shift, as well as a practical application. So, and it's an exciting journey. I just love having a conversation with people about how they are turning their life around when it comes to their money, and feeling good when it comes to their money, rather than feeling stressed.
And I wish we had more time. We can go on and talk about it, but
we certainly can.
Unfortunately, we only have a certain amount of time. Where can people get more details about the topics that we talk about? And of course, I know you have a diary out as well, and you talked about a newsletter that you send out every week. Talk to us about that quickly.
That's correct. Yes, well, there is the diary called the Abundance Diary, Linda's Abundance Diary, which is available at most CNA stores and some exclusive bookstores as well. But people also can get me online at my website, which is www.lindiary, so that's LIN, diary.com. And if they visit there, they're welcome to sign up for my free newsletter that goes out every week. It's called Money Bites, and it's inspirational quotes and ideas, and there's blog posts, really from a point of view of reading, to being able to have access to something that can inspire or can motivate, or can just help to shift your perception to bring a higher level of empowerment to the area of money in your life.
All right, awesome stuff. Well, Linda, we're looking forward to continue our chats and our conversations with you as we, just all grow in the knowledge of how to handle and manage our finance. People can go to your website. Once again, just repeat that website again.
It's www.lindiary.com.
Until next week, have a good one.
Thanks. Thank you, Quentin.
Take care.
Goodbye for now.